Basketball season has returned. You can hate me now.
Ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of Perfectly Broken Podcast. It's been a while, but today I've come prepared. Your boy has been preparing. It's taken me like fucking, I don't know, God knows how long back. Yeah, so welcome to another episode. Today I want to expand a little bit more about fitness. I want to go into a little bit more details because it's nearly that time of the year again where people start contemplating about joining the gym or getting a personal trainer because Christmas is around the corner, holidays is around the corner, and people always decide to eat. Motherfuckers are hungry, and around Christmas, I don't know why, but people just go that little bit extra. You know, if, you haven't seen your mom in a while, you haven't seen your family in a while, so you make all type of excuses to just eat rubbish. Me personally, I don't understand why people feed on chocolate, feed on biscuits around Christmas. I think a nearly majority of the holidays are a big scam. People just wasting money. But look, who am I to say? That's just what I think. But yeah, a lot of people unfortunately get caught up in that position where they put their hair down. They're on the holidays, they eat everything, and then after that, they decide to either join the gym or get a personal trainer. So I wanted to just go through a couple of stuff regarding weight loss. Weight loss is always the main one a lot of the time. Now, there's few people that, like myself, that will be more interested in putting on muscle or build or putting on size, but majority of the people are lean towards weight loss. So yeah, so we put top six in order of what you need to be doing if you are going to start your fitness journey, what you need to look into, what you need to investigate in to help you with your journey. So number one, as I said, I came prepared. I have a notepad and a fucking pen and everything. So number one, we went with calorie calorie deficit. So as I said, I'm gonna expand a little bit more today. And if I make any mistakes, please leave a comment and just let me know where the mistake was made, and we can all help each other out. In the fitness industry, things are always changing. So, and if anybody wants to have any conversation privately, just send me a message. And if anybody needs help, just send me a message, and I can see how much I can help with. Yeah. So as I said, number one, calories. When it comes to weight loss, the calories is one of even weight gain or weight loss. Calories is the key. Calories is pretty much how much food you're eating on your day-to-day basis. So if you're trying to gain weight, you want to be eating more food. If you're trying to lose weight, you want to be eating less food. And in fitness industry, we call that calorie deficit. So you want to eat a little bit less than you usually do. Now, some people, me personally, when I go into when I'm speaking to my clients, what I tend to do is we sit down, we figure out what your goal is. So say for example, right, you weighed 80 kg. You came into me, you weighed 80 kg, and you want to be down to your goal is you want to go down to 75. So what we will do is we figure out how much calories you should be, what your calorie intake on a deficit should be at 75 kg. And how do you find out your calorie deficit? What you do there is you get, now this is very important. You don't get your current weight size, you get your goal weight. So your goal is 75, you get 75, you change that is, now we're talking about kilograms here. So if you have 75 into kilograms, change it into what change it into. So you go into convert on your phone. Convert 75 kg into pounds. Now once you have your answer in pounds, you divide that by 12. Whatever answer you get, that should be your goal. That should be your calorie deficit that you should be on. I hope I explained that clear enough. So you get your, not your current weight, but your goal weight. You times that by 12, and whatever answer you get, that should be your the calorie deficit uh, that you should be on. I hope that makes sense. And then the next thing, obviously, after that, it will be another important thing here is a protein intake. That's number two. So number one is calorie deficit. You need to be on calorie deficit. Actually, I'm going to expand a little bit more on calorie deficit. Let me make a quick example how calorie deficit works, right? Say for, and this is a bad example, but I'm going to give it anyway. Say for example, you're eating a quarter pounder every day, every day, every day, every day. for 5 months. Every day you're eating a quarter pound, exactly the same size, right? Now, calorie deficit is, I'm telling you, you don't need to change your food. You can still eat what you want to eat, but try and keep it as clean as possible. But just cut it in half. So if I was eating a quarter pound of that size every day, and I take away half of it, and I'm only eating half of it every day, what's gonna happen is you're gonna see your body change. You're gonna lose some weight because you're not eating a full quarter pounder anymore. You're only eating half a quarter pounder. So you in that sense, you're now in calorie deficit because you're only eating half of the quarter pounder. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna keep on saying this a lot because sometimes when I speak, a lot of people don't understand what I'm trying to say. So that's number one. You need to be on calorie deficit. Number two, you need to go. You need to go on a high protein diet if possible, or you need to get a necessary protein intake on a daily basis. That's gonna work for you. That's gonna help you build your muscle. That's gonna help you recover. I'm gonna get into the muscle building later, but you really need protein. A good high protein diet when you're starting your weight loss journey. Now, how much protein diet should? How much protein intake should I be having? The answer to that is pretty simple. So remember previously I said get your goal weight, not the weight you're starting with, but the weight that you want to be. Get that divided by 12. That's how much calorie deficit you should be having. Now for protein, you get that goal again. You get the goal weight you want to be times that. Now this is in pounds. Times it by 12. Oh, sorry, times it by one. So you get your goal weight again. Your goal weight, which on our case is 75 kg. 75 kg, translate that into pounds. Times it by one. Times it by one. That should be how much protein, how much grams of protein you should be having a day. Once again, I hope that makes sense. So number one is calorie deficit. Number two is protein intake. Number three, fiber, baby. Fiber is what you also need. A good fiber diet. You need to add that into your diet on a daily basis. Now, some people may not know what food to be having that's gonna be good to get that fiber from. We talking about apples. We talking about strawberries. We talking about blueberries. We talking about banana, avocado, carrots, even popcorn, black beans, chickpeas, and oats. Now, I just spoke about protein, and I've also spoke about fiber. I'm speaking about fiber now. My trick to cover the protein and the fiber, what I do every morning is I have my breakfast. In that breakfast, the way I have my breakfast is in a smoothie. So I make a smoothie. What I put in that is I'll put my protein powder in. That's covered. That's why I have enough protein going in there. I'll put so I put protein powder in. I put oats in, which is great carbs and also a great with fiber. I also add you pick a fruit, whatever fruit you like, whatever vegetable you like, you add that into your shake as well. So I usually use blueberries. Blueberries are fucking amazing. So my breakfast in the morning is protein powder, oats, blueberries, and I also add eggs in. And another thing I added is a peanut butter. Again, that's a high protein breakfast I'm having. I have fiber in there. I have carbs in there as well to give me that energy. So that's a perfect balanced breakfast I'm having. And people ask me all the time, how the fuck you seem like you're working all the time, or you're walking your dog, or you're doing something? Because I have good breakfast. That's how my day starts. Pretty much nearly every day. If you set yourself up, how you start your day is how your day is gonna play out. If you start your day not eating, you're gonna be low on energy. If you start your day training or having a good breakfast, as the day goes on, you're gonna feel more energy. You're gonna feel more awake. You're gonna feel more alive. So you really have to be conscious on what you're doing first thing in the morning, regarding what you're putting in your body. Are you going training? Are you going for walks before work? And I know this doesn't work for everybody. I know a lot of people are busy with kids and this and that. I say to people all the time, you need to make time for yourself. I was actually talking to a girl today. She's probably gonna watch this. She recognized me. She works over in Rough Cool, and I went in for their food, and we were talking, and she was telling me how busy she was with kids and this and that, and I was saying the same thing to her. you need to make time for yourself, because remember, without you being healthy, without you being fit, the ship sinks. If something happens to you, who's gonna look after your kids? So you need to go out your way to make time for yourself, because in the end of the day, you're the captain in this ship, and without you, shit's gonna go down. So you want to be around for your kids for long. I don't mean to make this depressing or nothing like that, but if you want to be around for your kids for longer, if you want to be around your husband for longer, and if you want your kids to be happy, mom has to be happy first before the kids can be happy, because kids can sense that mom's not happy. So yeah, that's my breakfast anyway. It's a high protein breakfast. I don't like sitting down and scooping on my breakfast. I find that boring as fuck. I get so bored. So what I do is I just throw everything into blender. I have a NutriBullet. I throw everything into blender and I drink the shit out of it. I pour into a point glass and I drink the shit out of it. And if you can't finish it, leave it for later on that day. And the good thing about this is you can make it the night before and put in the fridge. And first thing in the morning, instead of sitting around, you can just grab it. Grab it and jump in your car and you're drinking on the way to work. So that's number 4. So let's just recap really quickly. Number 1 was eating calorie deficit. Number 2 was high protein diet. Number 3, fiber, and now we're going into number 4. Number 4, and this is one that a lot of people neglect, and that is sleep. People need to start understanding the seriousness of sleep. Motherfuckers are going to bed at 1 o'clock. Why are you doing at 1 o'clock? Like, there's nothing happening around 12 o'clock. After 10 o'clock, nothing special is happening. So you need to focus on your sleep so you can recover to take on the next day. Your body just can't keep on going and going and going. You need at least 7 hours sleep. And I know, and this is something that I struggle with myself, being honest, is this device that I'm recording on. It's a phone. A lot of us go to bed, we have a phone in our hand, and you start scrolling. One social media, you go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, then you flick back to Facebook. Do you ever open an app? Do you ever open Facebook, close it, and then open it again? I'm sure nearly 90% of people watching this have done that, because you get so addicted to it, and this affects your sleep, affects your recovery, affects your eyes. It just affects everything. It affects your thinking, and then that's another thing as well. Is when you wake up from your sleep, try and delay going onto your social media, because the one thing I tend to do is once I wake up, I try to avoid going to social media as long as I can. I eventually go on it, but I try to avoid it as long as I can, because I know for a fact if I woke up first thing in the morning and looked at my social media and I seen a bad video, say a child getting shot or something like that, that's gonna stay on my mind for the rest of the day. That's how my day is gonna start. That's gonna play with your head for the rest of the day. So it's gonna ruin your day first thing in the morning. So try and get up in the morning and just try and stay active. Have a pray, have a meditation if you have the time. I know a lot of people don't tend to do it, but meditate, get stuff done around the house before you go into your social media. So number 4 is sleep. Number five, we're going with walking. Walking is the best source of cardio you can get. There's no two ways around it. You can literally walk anywhere. Well, for people that can walk, anybody that can't walk, my bad. But walking is the best source of cardio you can get. If you're not working, if you're in between jobs, go out for a walk. Going out for a walk is good for your mind, it's good for your body, and you're burning calories. It's good for a lot of things. If you're just too lazy to go for a walk, just put your hand up and say you're too lazy to go for a walk. It's free as well. You don't need to go to the gym. You don't need to attend the gym. So I know a lot of people say you want to get at least 10,000 steps a day. If you can, do so. If you can't, just try and do as much as you can, and use the tricks that people use. You go into a building, you see a lift, you see stairs, take the stairs. um, get up in the morning, go for a quick jog if you want. That'll help you. So you want to do as much as you can outside the gym. If you're a gym member, you want to do as much as you can on your days off or the days of recovery, especially if you trained Monday, you recover on Tuesday go for a walk. That's not high. That's you're benefiting from all these small things. That was number 5. Number six, my favorite, is strength training. Strength training is something that a lot of people neglect, and they think if I'm going into the gym to lose weight, I need to do cardio, cardio, cardio. The funny thing is, if you look into it and if you done base studying, you will understand that the way your body works is you burn more calories. The more muscles you have, the more calories you burn. So the trick here is you want to put on muscle so you can burn more calories. If you're just going into the gym, you're doing cardio, cardio, cardio. After you finish your session of cardio, you're not burning anything. You're burning as you train. You're burning calories when you're training. But when you finish training, you go home, you're not burning anything. Where the more muscles you have, even after you, when you do strength training, even after you train, even after you finish your training, you go home, you're still burning calories. So the goal is always to try and put on muscle, to try and go into the gym and lift as either as heavy as you can, or try and use to prevent injuries. Use low weights by high reps. So you want to be doing 15 to 18 reps, 3 sets or 4 sets of 15 to 18. You want to get to a point where if you're doing 15 reps, when you get to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you literally, your hands are shaking. But you look at the weight and they're only like 4 kg. That's the situation you want to be in. When your body's aching, when you're feeling that pain, that's where the result is coming from. That's where the progress is happening. So, and I see a lot of people that go to the gym when they're training, it hurts, and they stop training, and it's like, no, that pain, that's your body reacting to the exercise you're doing. You need that pain, and you get over it after a while. Once you train for a second, third time, the pain doesn't dissipate. The pain is there. Some of us love the pain, and that sounds a little bit kinky, but some of us love the pain of after you finish training, especially leg day, you're trying to sit in the toilet and your whole body's aching, or you're trying to turn around in the bed and your whole body's aching. It's a good pain. It's a pain of success, you know. So strength training is a massive one. When you're on a weight loss journey, you need to do strength training. Another thing I was gonna add in there is scales. You have to be aware of how much you step on the scale. I tend to say every 2 weeks. The dangers of scale, it's I forget the word to use there, but it can be conceiving. Is that conceiving? Deceiving. It could be deceiving because as we all know, well, majority of people know that muscle weighs heavier than fat. So if you're burning fat, you're putting on muscle because you're doing strength training. You step on the scale, your scale's gonna give you a bigger number than you could be start training on your first 2 weeks and you're doing strength training, then you step on the scale, your weight's going up, and you're like, what the fuck happened? I've been training my bollocks off. But what's happening behind the scene is you're burning fat, you're getting rid of the fat, but you're putting on muscle. Muscle is gonna weigh heavier. So the best way to keep an eye on your progress is to get somebody to take measurements, because measurements, we can't lie. We pull measuring tape around you, around your tummy. It's saying 100 centimeters. In 2 weeks, it says 106 centimeters. We know you're lying. We know you're out here eating shit. In 2 weeks, it says 96 centimeters. We know the training is going well, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That kind of way. So be careful, because another thing about scale is it can get very addictive and it can ruin your day. If you've been training, and then you step on scale and it gives you the number that you don't want, people, it can play with people's mind, people's heads, and that could lead you to giving up training altogether, or to taking a couple of days off because you're frustrated, because you think in your head that you're not seeing any progress. Regarding progress, another thing I want to add is, if you're looking to start training and you're only new, I would highly, highly advise you to take a picture, to take a before picture. You don't need to show it to anybody. You can take a picture privately in your room and keep it for yourself. 3 months or 2 months after, I suggest 3 months, but 2 months or 3 months after you stayed consistent with your training, take another picture and compare the two. The motivation you're gonna get, because you have to remember, you see yourself every day, so you can't see the changes physically, because you're seeing yourself every day. That's why a lot of the time it's usually people that tell you people that acknowledge that you've lost weight before you've even acknowledged that you've lost weight, because they're not seeing you all the time. It's very hard to see yourself losing the weight. So the one of the best way to see it for yourself is by taking a picture, and then after 3 months taking another picture, exactly the same angles, putting the two of them together, and you're gonna see you're gonna spot out the difference between your certain areas in your body. Yeah, I really, really hope a lot of people start thinking more about joining. And I always say, you don't need to join my gym. You don't. But do something, because the way things are going, there's more and more people dropping heart attacks, more and more people depressed, more and more people anxiety. And not saying fitness will solve all your problems regarding depression and anxiety, but fitness really does work when it comes to mental. It helps with your head, it helps with depression, it helps with anxiety, it helps you get out of the house, it helps you meet new people if you choose to. So it's something that is all positive. There's no negative. But the more accountability you take, the more consistent you stay, the more disciplined you stay, the more the fitness is gonna give you back, the more your life you're gonna get back, the longer you're gonna live, pretty much. So it's no joke. And I'm seeing that more and more kids are starting to join the gym as well. So if you have any questions, you want to find out if what age group and this and that, let me know. Just send me a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I think that's it. Yeah, this has been Mike Abs. I hope the information I've laid out can help some people. And as I said, if I go anything wrong, I'm not claiming to be a genius here. I'm just a boy from Republic of Congo trying. So if I made any mistakes, or if anybody has any questions, please hit me up on this, or you can get me on Instagram, Mike underscore abs, ABZ, and Facebook, Mike Abs, and TikTok, Mike Abs as well. I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah. Thanks to everybody for all the support. I noticed that my Facebook page, one of the videos went viral there a while ago, and the followers have gone from 10,000 to 16,000. As I said on my video the other day, the goal is 1 million. And dream big, man. Dream big.